Hello my dear students, let's welcome to our first English online class. This is completely new experience for us, as you know well, but as we know that life never stops and time never wait for anyone. So what should we do now? We should flow with flow, and that's what we are going to do now. Okay, so let's start our fifth unit of your textbook, Money Madness, which we are going to learn now. So Money Madness, it is written by D.H. Lawrence. D.H. Lawrence was born in 1885 and died in 1930. Okay. So let's see the background of the poet D.H. Lawrence. So he has written, he was an English poet and a writer. He has written so many poems and so many novels also. So some of his writing including Sons and Lovers, The Rocking Horse Winner, The Rainbow, and the present poem Money Madness. Okay. So this is not the only poem. Okay. So what made the D.H. Lawrence to write such a poem, Money Madness? Okay. So let's discuss about it. So the only disturbing thing here in this online class, to be very frank with you, that I can't interact with you because you are not in front of me, but it's okay, we have to manage now. Okay, I can't ask you any question, you can't answer my questions, it's okay, but let's start. So we have to cope with this situation, and that is what we are doing. Let it be now. Start Money Madness. So the Money Madness, why D.H. Lawrence has written such a poem, Money Madness? So the poet's his own background made him to write such a realistic poem. Okay, so he was a realistic writer. Okay, so you can see the realistic picture of his era in his writing. So Money Madness is also one of them. So Money Madness, so his own background was not, financial background was not so good. Okay, so he was from a mining family and they were not financially strong. So he had faced many problems in his life. So we can see the impact of those problems, that frustration in his writing. So Money Madness, the title, you can see it is very suggestive. So the generally title suggests so many things, and here also title is very clear and it suggests what it poem about. So the poem is about, definitely it is about money, but Money Madness, so what it is? Do you all agree about it? Do you all agree that money is our madness? Do you all agree with the poet D.H. Lawrence? Money Madness, we know both the words, okay, money and madness, but Money Madness, why it come together here? So what is the reason? So is really money our madness? What do you think? So you can think and tell me later. Okay, you can't answer me now, but now we have to see the poem through poet's view. Okay, so what did the poet want to convey, want to tell, want to suggest us? Okay, so Money Madness, so it is about money, no doubt. It is about money, and poet is telling that money is our madness. Okay, so let's start the poem. Money is our madness, our vast collective madness. So how it is? Money is our madness, and how is this madness? This madness is vast. Vast, do you know? Vast means what? Huge. Okay, it's not a small thing, it's our vast and collective madness. So have you heard the word collective? You have learned collective nouns, isn't it? Okay, so collective madness, so it is not of a single person. So the poet is speaking about collective, means it is about the society, it is about the group of people, it is not about a single person. Remember, money is our madness, our vast collective madness. So how is this madness? This is very vast and this is collective madness. And of course, if the multitude is mad, the individual carries his own grain of insanity around with him. So, how is human nature? How is human nature? The poet clearly tells it here. So, the individual, if the multitude is mad, multitude means what? Multitude. So, what is multitude? Do you know the word multitude? Multitude, group. So what is the human tendency? What is human tendency? So we like to do the things which others are doing. We like to copy others. Do you all agree or not? Yeah? Yes or no? Yeah. Okay. So we must agree because we like to imitate others. Okay, so therefore he is telling, and of course if the multitude is mad, the individual carries, individual means single person. Okay, so when the group of people, when many people are doing something, okay, then a single person, individual also, what does he think? That yeah, I also should do this thing because all are doing. Okay, so all are running after money, so I should also run after this money. Okay, so the individual carries his own grain of insanity. Insanity. What is insanity? Do you know the meaning of sanity? Okay, sanity means what? Having a normal health, healthy mind. Okay, sanity. Insanity means abnormal. Okay, so not healthy mind, insane. Sane, insane. Okay, so in this condition, the person can't think properly. Okay, so this is the state of mind. The individual carries his own grain of insanity around with him. Okay, so what do we understand here? So money is our madness. This madness is our vast collective madness, and when all are doing the same thing, a single person also wants to do that thing. Here also the whole society is running after money, and therefore a single person also, without thinking whether it is right or wrong, wants to imitate, wants to copy others. Therefore he also takes his part, small portion of that insanity, and he is going around. Okay, so do you understand this here? I doubt if any man living hands out a pound note without a pang. So pound, it's a unit of money, and do you know this word pang? strong emotional pain. Pang means what? Strong emotional pain. And when the person has this pain, that the poet I doubt if any man living hands out a pound note without a pang. Pang means emotional pain. So the poet doubts here that if anybody gives money without pain, so you all know that when something hurt us, we may be very painful. Okay, so we experience that pain. But here, when somebody gives money, a pound note, when somebody gives money, so how does he feel? He feels pang. Okay, so it's a emotional pain. So nobody likes to give money. Do you understand here? I doubt if any man living hands out a pound note without a pang, and a real tremor. Real tremor. Real tremor. Tremor means what? Shaking. Shaking of body. Okay. So generally when it happens, it generally happens because of fear, or when we are in tension, at that time it happens, tremor. But here the poet is telling that, and a real tremor if he hands out a 10-pound note. So when does one feel this tremor? Tremor means shaking. Okay, so this shaking, this tremor, when one feels when he gives more money. So try to understand here, guys. When a person gives a pound note, when a person gives a pound note, he feels pang, small, emotional pain. But when he gives more money, at that time he feels that tremor. Okay, it's also painful. It is also painful, but it is definitely more than when he gives a pound note. Means more the money he gives, more the pain he feels. That's what the poet wants to tell here. Means giving money is very painful act for human beings. Everybody wants to earn money, but nobody wants to give money. Okay, so that is what he is telling here. So let me repeat the lines. I doubt if any man living hands out a pound note without a pang, and a real tremor if he hands out a 10-pound note. We quail. What is the meaning of quail? Quail means frightened. Frightened. Frightened means we quail. Money makes us quail. So see the effect of this money, how powerful it is. It is made by human beings, but it makes us quail. We quail. Money makes us quail. So we are very frightened about this money. It has got us down. It has got us down. We grovel before it in strange terror. Grovel. Grovel means crawl. So in these lines, the poet wants to tell how powerful the money is, the effect of money. Okay, so what it made us? It has got us down. We grovel in front of it, before it, in strange terror. So such a powerful thing the money is. And who gives it such a power? Who gives it such a power? Yeah, we ourselves. Okay, so the human beings only created this money, but Now the money is ruling us. That is what the poet wants to suggest in this line. So how powerful the money is in our society. Okay, so one can feel the pang, one can feel the tremor, we are frightened about it and we crawl in front of it. Such a powerful thing the money is. So we should understand here what is money. Right now here in these lines, what does the poet want to suggest? How powerful it is and how it is ruling our society. Okay. It has got us down, we grovel, and no wonder, for money has a fearful, cruel power among men. So such a powerful thing the money is, and what it has made. So it made human beings so cruel. So we have lost our humanity. Okay, we have lost our emotions, feelings, all these things for the sake of money. And the people nowadays have become very cruel because of this money. Okay, but it is not money we are terrified of. It is the collective money madness of mankind. This is very important line, this poem, that don't think that the poet is telling that money is bad, but he wants to tell very important thing which we have to consider here, that it is not money but money madness of mankind. So we should understand here that money itself is not bad actually, but the madness which we have created around it, that is bad, and that we should avoid. Do you understand here? It is the collective money madness of mankind. For mankind says with one voice, how much is he worth? As we ask when we go to shop, okay, how much does it cost? Okay, when we want to purchase something, we ask how much does it cost? But here in the society, people ask the question, how much is he worth? Is there any cost? Is there any price fixed for the human being? But the rich people generally, how much is he worth? They ask, has he no money? Oh, what are you telling? If he has no money, then let him eat dirt and go cold. So we must understand the meaning of these two words, eat dirt, eating dirt and go cold. So what is the meaning of eat dirt? Eating dirt means, what is the meaning here? You should not take the meaning exactly eating dirt, but what should we understand here? Eating dirt means facing insult, angry looks, okay, facing insult and different behavior of the rich people. Has he no money? Then let him eat dirt. So the poet says that who don't have money, they should eat dirt according to rich people. Means they have to face the insult, they have to face angry looks, and they have to face different type of behavior, cruelty of the people, because they don't have any money. And after facing all these things, they should not speak anything. Therefore he is telling, and they should go cold. Go cold means what? They should be silent. they should not speak anything. And if I have no money, they will give me a little bread, so I do not die, but they will make me eat dirt for it. So this is again the another phase of our society. So if you don't have money, they won't let you to die, okay, but they give you a small piece of bread, okay, you should live, but with that bread also they give you some dirt, okay, so they give you some harsh words, you have to listen, you have to face, okay, and with that piece of bread they make you to eat dirt, okay. So here we can't understand whether the society is doing something in favor of these poor people or it is standing against. I shall have to eat dirt. I shall have to eat dirt if I have no money. It is that I am afraid of, and that fear can become a delirium. Now, the poet is telling about himself, I shall have to eat dirt if I don't have money. So, if you want to live happily in this society, if you don't want to face any insult, if you want any respect in the society, what should you have? You should have some money, and if you don't have any money, then you have to eat dirt, means you have to face the insult, okay. It is that I am afraid of. So this fear is in the mind of the poet, that if I don't have money, I have to eat dirt, and that fear can become a delirium. That fear can become a delirium. Delirium means a mental state where a person can't do anything properly, he can't listen, he can't see, he can't speak properly. It is a mental illness. It is the state of mind. It is that I am afraid of, and that fear can become a delirium. So we will reach such a mental state if all these things continue like this. It is fear of my money madness, fellow men. We must have some money to save us from eating dirt. So, according to the people, according to the rich people, according to our society, what does it tell? That you should have some money to save us from eating dirt. And this is wrong. So here the poet clearly tells that it is wrong. So one need not to have money to live. At least basic things, primary needs, it should be free to all, and you need not have money for this. So according to poet, this is wrong. So what is wrong here? You must have some money to save us from eating dirt. This is wrong according to the poet. Why? So he is telling next, bread should be free, shelter should be free, fire should be free to all and anybody. All and anybody all over the world. Not only here, not only there, but all over the world it should be free. Means basic needs, at least they should be free to all and anybody. So bread, shelter, fire, these are some basic needs of human beings, and they should be free according to the poet to all and anybody all over the world. Okay, we should not give any money for this, and maybe it can save some people from eating dirt. Okay, so it can help some poor people from facing all the problems. We must finally, the poet wants to suggest, wants to give the message to all his readers that we must regain means to get back. Regain means what? To get back something. Okay, so here what should we get back? We must regain our sanity about money. So which the poet has told earlier initially in the poem that the money is our vast collective madness. Okay, so this thing, so we have lost our saneness, we have lost our sanity about this money without thinking whether it is right or wrong. We are running after this money, which we should stop. We must regain our sanity about money. It means we should know the importance of the money, but we should think about money madness. So it should not be our madness. We must regain our sanity about money before we start killing one another about it for one thing or the other. So if we don't get this sanity, if we don't get back our sanity about this money, what will happen? We will kill one another for one thing or the other. So this is the fear, this is the message which the poet wants to convey. So if this madness continues in our society like this, one day we will kill one another for this thing or that thing, for one thing or the other. It will happen definitely in our society one day. Okay, so here the poem ends, and now we will discuss about what the poem is about once again. So the poem is about money madness, it is about money. So the thing we should learn, we should know here that money itself is not bad. We all need money to live in this society, in this world. Okay, how money is important, you all know. Okay, without money we can't do anything, we can't get anything. If you want to purchase something, you must have some money. Okay, but what should we know? The most important thing is money is something, but money is not everything. Okay, to live life we must have some money. To live life we must have some money, but money is not life. Okay, so in this society, including us, we all are very crazy about this money. Whether you agree or not, I don't know. Okay, but we must agree that whatever we are doing for earning. Okay, so the intention of our life has become only money. Okay, but we should understand that in this world, in our society, there are many other things which are more important than this money. We should know the importance of human beings, we should know the importance of humanity, we should know the importance of love and affection, which we have lost because of this money madness. Okay, so you also can see this picture everywhere, that we are losing our relationships also day by day because of this money. We all are busy with our mobile all the time. Because of that, many children can't get their parents' love and affection. At the same time, when they become old, at that time they can't get the same love and affection from their children. This is all happening in this world just because of this money madness. So here, to conclude my point, money madness, what we should understand here, that money itself is not bad. We must have some money, but money is not everything in our life. There are many other things which are important in our life. So students, you should also know the importance and how important it is for you, and the poet wants to convey this message from this poem. I hope you understood the poem. You should take your textbook and read the poem clearly once or twice, and then with the help of this video you can understand the poem line by line. Okay, thank you.